Greetings, folks, and welcome to today's show. Our guest today is John Glass, who we're all pretty familiar with. He is the airport, Tullahoma Airport manager, and has been for several years. He knows everything there is to know about that airport. So, John, thanks for joining us, and you got a few things going on. We'll be anxious to hear about that. Generally speaking, how are things going with the airport?
It's doing really good. 2018 was our best year ever for fuel sales at the airport. We sold about 234,000 gallons of fuel last year.
What kind of revenue does that bring into Tullahoma?
What it does is the more fuel that we sell at the airport, the less taxpayer money we need from the city of Tullahoma to operate the airport.
Okay. All right. Anything special happened in the last few months?
Definitely. We were very fortunate to be selected by AOPA, which is the Aircraft Owners Pilots Association, to host one of 3 of their 80-year anniversary events coming up in September of 2019.
80th anniversary.
Yes, sir.
But they only been doing flying 5 or 6 years.
I believe they started in 2013 time frame.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. And I understand you had a fair amount of competition to. Well, before we get wrapped up in that, let's take a short commercial break, folks, and we'll be right back.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We're talking today, folks, with John Glass, who is the manager of the Tullahoma Airport, which is a busy spot and one of our primary assets. Let's see, I was going to ask you the industrial park, which you've developed over across the field from the hangar area, and it's been under development for 2 or 3 years. So are they about there?
Yeah, we've received several grants from TDOT and ECD to do a new road off of Left Mill Road, utilities, and then we are finishing up a project right now, tree clearing and drainage improvement project.
Yeah.
And that's should be done within the next week or 2.
Are they, one of these days they're expecting a certification from the state that they're open for business?
Yes,
Has
correct.
that happened yet?
Yes, that's already happened.
It's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, let's talk about this year. You've got Well, let's see. Do you have any event coming up in the next few months?
First big event really will be Bonnaroo.
Yes.
It's always we're the closest GA airport to Bonnaroo, and a lot of attendees and performers fly in. Usually Wednesday to Monday morning. It's a pretty busy week for us.
Good. That's coming up in what, May, June?
I believe it's the second week in June this year.
Yeah, okay. All right, and then following that is your biggie, the Airplane Owners and Pilots Association,
Yes, sir.
AOPA for short. So tell us about that. It's coming up in the fall.
It'll be September 13 and 14. That's a Friday, Saturday. Part of the plan is to get people to stay there for 2 days. They'll be offering tours at Arnold Air Force Base, Jack Daniels, possibly UTSI on Friday. Saturday will be the big day where everybody flies in, have safety seminars, vendors, just a little bit bigger event than what we had in 2015. There's going to be some other aerial demonstrations also during this event.
Yeah. Demonstrations, something was said about competition. Do they have some?
It's called a STOL competition, which is STOL for short takeoff and landing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And possibly a nighttime drone demonstration.
Nighttime
and
what?
Nighttime drone demonstration.
Okay.
And then possibly some air show performers also.
All right. And I understand, well, of course, you were impacted considerably by the weather, which didn't treat us very nice in 15.
Correct.
Assuming we have good weather in September, what are you expecting?
I would say anywhere from 3 to possibly 1,000 aircraft.
Okay. That keeps you pretty busy.
Yes.
And then I understand there are a whole bunch of folks that are in near enough geographical area to drive in.
Definitely, yes.
You got a bunch of those?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to have you're going to have a party, of course, somewhere along the line. That'll probably be at night. Where's the party? Is it probably at the museum, is it?
Actually, I think we're going to do it in 2015. Everything was pretty much centered around the Beechcraft Heritage Museum. This year is going to be a little bit different. It'll be more on our aircraft ramp, adjacent to the terminal building at the airport.
Your aircraft ramp.
Yes, the concrete ramp.
What is that? I'm not sure what we're talking about.
It's basically an area for where we park aircraft.
Yeah, okay. This is, AOPA has been in business for quite a few years.
This is their 80-year anniversary, 2019 is.
80th year anniversary, and but interestingly enough, they've only been doing fly-ins for what?
I believe since 2012, yes.
6 years. So that's good. And then you had one in 15.
Correct.
So for you now to be getting another one is, you had, I understand, 50 airports bid for this thing?
We believe so, yes.
And I think you said there really were two outside. One will be at their home base, which is...
They're based in Frederick, Maryland,
Okay.
and they will start the year off, I believe, in May at Frederick, Maryland, which is their home airport, and then in June they will be at Livermore, California, and finish up in September 13, 14 at Tullahoma.
Yeah, okay. So you and Livermore, California have to split the country in half somewhere
Yes.
down the line, huh?
Yes.
So you got you got folks coming in here from as far away as Texas, I would guess.
Definitely.
And up in the upper Midwest.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, tell us what things are going to look like out at the airport while this is going on.
We will have designated areas for car parking. Aircraft will be parked pretty much everywhere we can put them, in the grass and on concrete.
All around the area. Yeah.
Yes. Around the terminal building, you're going to see some extremely large tents and a lot of display aircraft, and hopefully a lot of people.
Display aircraft?
Yes.
What do you mean? What is that?
For instance, some aircraft companies will have their aircraft on display.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so good test, try to sell some airplanes, huh? All right. So you're going to have exhibits, vendors. I understood you might have some colleges represented.
Yes, sir.
That and they're not. Interestingly, it must not be that many colleges that are offering degrees in aviation.
Correct. Yes,
Is
sir.
that correct?
Yes.
So there were only 3 mentioned. Interesting, one of which is Mitsu.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's... how active is their program? Do you know? Is it?
They have a excellent aerospace department. When I graduated from there, I believe we had about 900 to 1,000 students in the aerospace department. Had 4 concentrations, and now that's up to 6. They've added air traffic control and dispatch.
Yeah, okay. And there were 2 others mentioned. Where are those?
Southern Illinois University and Emory-Riddle down in Florida. I believe they're based in Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach, Emory-Riddle. Okay. And something said about I don't know whether the AOPA or somebody else is doing animal rescues of, what do they call it, Pilots and Paws or something like that?
Yes.
What is that? And how active is it, you know?
Basically, you'll have like volunteer pilots that say if a dog from Arkansas gets adopted by somebody here in Tullahoma, you would have like a volunteer pilot go get the animal and bring it here.
Bring it here?
Yes.
Is there much of that going on?
We see it every now and then, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about the economic impact. Speak some about that. This is it's not just the airport that's going to be busy, but this has some spillover into the whole community, the whole area, really. Tell us a little bit about that.
It'll be really good for Tullahoma as far as the recognition of the event. Also, we hope to bring several thousand people into town, which will help out our local hotels, restaurants. I believe the economic impact of hosting one of the events is somewhere in the $600,000 to $800,000 range.
Yeah, quite a bit. Okay, we can talk some more about that, but we're due for a commercial break, folks, so let's do that and we'll be right back.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Kia Stinger, yours today for only $370 a month. Kia is the power to surprise with its 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Stop by Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma and let us tell you why we are #1 in customer satisfaction. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
We're back, folks, and we're talking today with John Glass, who is manager of the Tullahoma Airport. We're discussing one of the major events at the airport this year, which is the fly-in by the Airplane Owners and Pilots Association, AOPA, and we were looking. Most of us don't think much about this, but that sort of enterprise has quite a bit of general economic impact for the community. Talk some about that, John. What all can we see?
Several thousand visitors to our community by airplane and car.
Okay. They're going to need somewhere to stay?
Hotels, restaurants, yes.
Yeah, and restaurants. And I don't know if they're looking for anything else out of the community, are they?
Well, we certainly hope that with all the vendors and exhibitors that will be here, that they'll see the area we have that's ready for development in the northwest area of the airport.
Ah, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. The Economic Development Board should be out there
yes,
hustling business, huh? Gas sales over a 2-day period or 1-day period, what are you looking at?
We typically sell about 4,000 gallons of avgas in a normal month. Jet fuel probably about 12 to 13,000 gallons in an average month. What I anticipate in this 2-day period is probably selling probably 10 to 12,000 gallons, which is close to a normal month in a 24-hour period. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to keep you busy.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to have all the airplanes that come in here are going to need some gas, and so you've got what, 3 trucks, I think, or 4?
We've got 1 jet truck, 1 avgas truck. My fuel company, we have a very good relationship with them. They're based on the coast in North Carolina, and they'll bring us 3 extra avgas trucks for the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be running around. Where do they pick up the gas? With trucks, where do they load?
We have a 10,000 gallon jet tank and a 12,000 gallon avgas tank. So we'll have those full before the event starts. And we're also anticipating having another 8,500 gallon 18-wheeler full of avgas that will be stationed somewhere on the ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. That's quite an operation. A very important one. I imagine safety is a fair concern with all of that fuel running around, isn't it?
Yes.
Anything in particular you do to be cautious about that?
Yeah, the aircraft will be parked away from the general public. Aircraft will be parked on the outer edges of the airfield and in some grass areas where there won't be the general public, and obviously will fuel the aircraft away from the general public.
Yeah, away from the main activity. Okay, so there's been a number tossed around the general overall economic impact that the Tullahoma and the general area should experience out of this is what, something over $500,000?
Yeah, I believe it would be in the $600,000 to $800,000 range.
$600,000 to $800,000. So that's quite a busy month, folks. And you're hoping out of this that hopefully a lot of the folks that fly in will recognize the things that are available going on around here and maybe come back occasionally.
Definitely,
huh?
yes.
Make it what you call a destination airport, I think, for
Yes, sir.
Tullahoma. Well, that would be nice. And you mentioned, well, you're having tours of AEDC and Jack Daniels, and there'll be a lot of folks that won't be able to take advantage of that, so that may be a draw for them to come back, huh?
Yes.
And what about the general community support, the city support?
The city's been offered a lot of support to all of our previous events, whether it be air shows, the AOPA fly-in in 2015. They will offer police, fire protection.
They being the city.
The city, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Public Works will be a big player in this event as far as trash removal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, all those folks are going to generate a lot of junk, aren't
Yes,
they?
sir.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. And last time you had the mayor out there on Saturday morning?
Yes, sir. Flipping pancakes.
Flipping pancakes. What do? Do you have? Will you set up a breakfast there Saturday morning?
Yes, it'll be very similar. Anybody that's interested in volunteering can go to the AOPA website and sign up. We need as many people as we can get to help us with this event.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about a lot of help other than just food preparation or
Yes, sir.
serving a breakfast or something. Huh? Okay. Is there any chance that the AOPA is maybe going to be casting around for a permanent site, or are they going to want to keep moving?
I think that they want to continue to reach markets all around the country. I can see they have a handful of airports that become sort of their go-to for events in the future, and we would certainly love to be one of those.
Well, I was interested. The comment was made that there were 50 cities that bid to be
Yes,
one
sir.
of the sites. But I'm having a little trouble figuring that there are 50 airports around the countryside that are really well equipped to handle this crowd.
Well, there's
the airports and the communities both.
Yeah, there's thousands and thousands of GA airports, which is general aviation airports.
Thousands?
Yes. In Tennessee alone, there's 80 to 85 GA airports. One of the requirements to host an AOPA event is to have 2 separate runways, and not many general aviation airports have that.
Yeah.
And we have multiple runways, which helps in our favor.
A big draw. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to run out of time, and if Jiffy, let's at least mention to the folks. AOP is coming in September, and October you got another event.
Yes, the Beechcraft Heritage Museum will host their annual convention the second week in October.
Yeah. How many airplanes were you looking for then?
150 aircraft is
Yeah.
pretty routine for this event.
So you're going to be kind of busy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, folks, we need to take a short commercial break and wrap up. We've run out of time.
Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental has proudly served your auto rental for over 30 years. Check out this huge selection to choose from. Small car, mid-size car, full-size car, crossover vehicle, SUV, minivan, pickup trucks, 12 and 15 passenger vans. Whether big or small, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental has them all. Stop by our 2 locations to serve you, Tullahoma and in Winchester. And remember, my question is, why rent anywhere else?
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
We're back, folks, and we've been talking today with John Glass, the airport manager. We got 2 big events coming up in the fall, and the community, without really thinking about it, has a pretty good part to play in this. John, what do you got a message for the community out there that?
I would say just please, if you're interested in volunteering, go to the AOPA website and sign up. And we're going to have many thousands of visitors to the area, so everybody treat them well, and I know they will.
Yeah. So be nice. Welcome them, folks. As we said, there's well over $500,000 worth of impact to the community. So, well, okay. We've been talking with John Glass, the airport manager. And John, I want to thank you for taking time to come in and bring us up to date. And thank you, folks, for inviting us into your parlor, and we will see you next time.